Well, you don't see that very often. I was going to say he's not putting a yellow from here, but can he just get through? I think he's playing the red.
Tracking your organization's expenses can be difficult and time-consuming. From overdue vendor invoices to employees waiting for payments, it can get a little frustrating to keep track of everything, which is why you need OpenFloat, the #1 petty cash management solution to simplify your payouts and track your expenses. OpenFloat lets you pay your salaries to all your employees at once, send them airtime, and settle payments to mobile money and bank destinations simultaneously.
These are open, so he's always going for these, but you just feel like his back's up against the wall a little bit, and he's going to go a little bit more attacking from now on. Try and take the first chance. Rock 4-star. I'm no pro, but for me the follow through to the middle pockets is more important than the power on a front ball break. For a cut break, I just end up putting the white ball 8% of the time. Well, yes, you are absolutely right. Follow through. Follow through is the most important thing. And well, the most important thing is getting the cue through in a straight line. If you are potting the cue ball on a cut break 80% of the time, first advice is don't cut break, because you are doing it wrong. It's the safest break. That's why the players go for it. But we're not doing pool lessons. We're doing pool commentary. I would advise anyone front ball breaking to sort of go up in levels. Try it 20%, 40%, 60%, 80% power, and see when you lose accuracy. And when you lose accuracy, stay just below that amount of power. Because there's nothing worse, is there, for a pool player than going in off and then your opponent clearing up easy balls. Happened last night to one of our very best players, Simon Fitzsimmons, against Ricky Jones. And it was his first dry break of the match, so how many times did he break? So it was his 8th break of the match. He potted the ball every time, got to 7-all, broke off. Alright. They weren't dollies. No such thing as dollies when it's 7-all. But very gettable and very frustrating for Simon. I saw him this morning, didn't really mention it because he's a class player, just more disappointed in his own performance, but that really, really hurts, not getting a shot on a decider. John Rowe, however, has not wasted any time. Back to 7-6. Ziga. Absolutely. Thank you very much. I'm sure I don't know you. Are we going all the way? If we are, John Rowe's going to need a chance off Caesar's break. The pressure here is actually on the Scorpion. Because the Scorpion, if he's of a negative mindset, is thinking, if I break these off, what's going on here? Right, John Rowe's had enough. He's retiring. No, he's not. I'm sure he's not. But he has disappeared. What I was going to say was, if you're in a negative mindset here, you can almost think, if I dry break, I might not get another shot. So you have to keep yourself positive. It's a race to 8. They're always race to 8. Carrie Randall, you're trying to catch me out all the time. I'm pretty sure he's just nipped for a comfort break. What do we think? Is Caesar going to break and run? Will he not touch the table again if he goes dry? We'll find out in a few minutes. Well. If you predicted a dry break, you were correct. He'll be looking at the reds, I'm pretty sure. But he's forced into taking the one over the pocket first. Needs to hold up. Well, it doesn't, because his plan is obviously just to drop this red in and then take the only difficult red on the table. I say that, but the one on the blue spot only has, well, at the moment it has 2 pockets, but one that's obvious. Needs a cannon, and it's got one. This is a key shot, this. Really wants to get into this cue ball. Doesn't want to be drifting down the left-hand side of the table. Things can go wrong. Unless he gets right through. Yeah, he was always just relying on a little bit of luck, and I don't think he's had it. I think I would have preferred the screw shot there. Well, this is a plant, but there's plenty of distance between these 2 balls, and he's got hampered cueing. Big shot, and he's missed it. So Caesar's going to come to the table. He's going to get a chance to take this match out. It's not simple, though. Opening shot. Is he going to choose to cut this yellow back? Does it go? Has he got the angle, if he does cut it back, to move the problem yellow on the right hand side? Oh, to have an overhead camera, eh? Oh, he's just trying to tie this up a little bit. Okay. Oh, that's a little Brucey bonus. Oh my. I mean, it would have been tough anyway, but if he'd left some sort of shot, John would have been trying to nudge some reds behind the yellow towards the bottom right. But where he is now, it's just horrible. It really, really is. It's nasty. Good hit. Very, very good indeed. Hasn't covered the 8. And from what we've seen from Chandigarh, the Scorpion, he's not going to be in much of a rush here. He's in control of this frame at the moment, and it's a big, big frame. Trying to get him out of that prelim round. For the first time this weekend. Not that you'd know it. He still looks very much relaxed. Well, we are going game. He must have a plan of attack for these 2 on the right hand side. Okay, and we're beginning to see it. Don't like the yellow down the rail. Does it go? This looks very tight and could go wrong. Okay, the plan it was. That's okay. I say okay because he's still left 2 yellows up the top. So if John plays the loss of turn, that's very, very risky. He has to play this red into the cushion and try and get this red nestled in between these 2 reds. Just like that. Oh my, that is trouble. Anybody fancy drawing some lines on the table here? I think he's going to have to play into the cushion that he's closest to, the cushion closest to us, off the side, and sort of target one of the yellows in the top side of the table. But so difficult to find the right angle when you're so close. And he has missed. This is going to be a foul. International rules, even in a snooker, you have to hit a cushion after contact with the object ball. So, ball in hand for John. When he played a good snooker, unfortunately, he did tie his reds up. So, may opt to just sort of nudge these out a little bit and leave Caesar in a similar position. Nope. He's going for it. Top spin, nudge him out, brush off these two reds. Been distracted by something there, not what you want. 7-6. That's not good at all. It has gone completely wrong for John Rowe. He's misjudged. To be fair to him, he got distracted there. I'm not sure if somebody had said something to him, or he was down on the shot and you just saw him move his head to the side and he didn't reset. But he's played a good safety. Caesar has no safety here. I cannot see a safety shot. Half ball off the yellow. Try and leave it in the jaws of the bottom left. But, I mean, just try and maybe tie the 8 up. Block this corner pocket. Is that what he's thinking? He's not hit it hard enough. However, that's not bad. It's contained the situation. Couldn't really do much more there. Oh, it's getting tense. We've had some great matches on the YouTube channel so far. If you do want to watch the rest of the pool, it's available at ultimatepool.com. Over 1,500 people have tuned in to watch this game. Nope, that's not good enough. Caesar has got his opportunity. It's been tight and tense. That last mistake from John Rowe is going to cost him. If Caesar can pop this yellow, which he can, and get the cue ball out, he's going to have a golden opportunity to get himself in the last 64. That is okay. Just the wrong side of the yellow, but not by too much. Usually deadly from these positions. I think he's okay. Even if you have to use the bottom cushion, he's still okay. He's perfect. This match is over. I mentioned his temperament. I'd be very surprised to see him miss this. Chandigarh has beaten Pro Series number 3 quarter-finalist. John's still got that match to look forward to later on today. I think he's last up. But congratulations to the King of Africa. He's in the last 64. Won't be long till the next one's on. Come back and join us.
geto inagafumba.
You got Glovo.
Oinachewetaga mukatale tofayo.
You got Glovo.
You can order what you want, you can get what you need.
You got Glovo.
You got it all. Order a Glovo and receive it in minutes.
Very good afternoon, everybody. We are live at the Ultimate Pool Series, and we are looking live right now at the Women's Pro Series and our two most recent Ultimate Pool Women's Champions. They are Mary Talbot and Casey Ranford-Norrie. Tough plant for Case to take on in frame number one. It will bring Mary to the table. Dave Hine will be back with you very, very shortly, but this is just to say that we hope you are enjoying the coverage from the Ultimate Pool Series so far.
We always recommend Shopify. It took us from an idea to a real business. We got set up, I think, in less
over the course of the next few days, and there's some brilliant action right now over on table number one that we need to talk about. Rob Warren and Jaden Billingham, these two have real history given their money matches that they've played against each other. Two wonderful players who are bang in form, and they are serving up a treat on the main table. You can go and watch that in the company of Tony Holgate and Mark Shepherd right now, but you need to be an Ultimate Live member to do so. Recommend signing up on a browser. It will avoid any Apple or Google fees, and you can sign up there for £7.99 a month, and you can watch all four tables this weekend live whenever you want, as much as you want. And because of the way things work, in your first month you'll also get the European Open, which is coming up in 3 weeks' time in Daventry. So it's well worth your money, I would say. And we'll see later on tonight, of course, the semi-finals and final of both the Pro Series and the Women's Pro Series on the main arena table. Looking forward to that immensely. In the meantime, as I give way to Dave in a few moments, Mary Talbot and Casey Ranford-Norrie battle it out in frame number one.
Hello everybody, apologies for not being completely on time. I believe you have been kept updated, just had to disappear for 15 minutes. But we're back, and we have two very successful lady players. Mary Talbot, Casey Ranford, Norrie. Both played a match already. This is a last 16 encounter. And Mary's been pushed to a decider in her first round, the last 32. Sammy Hogg taking it all the way to 6-6. We're playing race to 7. The match clock not in play. Casey coming through. Slightly easier match. On paper anyway. Played Amy Price and beat her 7-4. But it's Mary at the table, looking to level up, and this is a very good chance indeed. Wouldn't mind threading the needle here. Yeah, that's why it's so fine. Just going to reroute. Looked at the one over the pocket. This is a much better option. Pink Mary, another one. We had Amy Beecham on yesterday, and Mary also looking to become full-time.
The global AI market is projected to reach $1.770 billion by 2032.
A little bit further than she would have liked, but still okay. Looking at the one to the centre, we'll need probably 3 cushions for that one. Quite like just dropping this one in the top left. Doesn't have to worry about the cue ball. A little bit of a tougher pot. And looks to be digging into this cue ball. Just when you are doing that, I mean, I thought she had the angle just to roll that, but when you're digging down on the ball, raising the back end, it just makes the pot so much harder. And I do find that players tend to hit the pot a little bit thick, if anything, which is what happened there. You're not viewing the line of the shot from the same place. Casey won't mind, I'm sure. Recent, is it British Open winner, I believe? Something Mary's won as well. So yeah, 2 British Open winners. Gracing the stage, ultimate pool. If you've not been up to this arena, it is well worth the visit. 102 tables in operation. I wouldn't bother bringing your queue, because you're not getting on one. They will be busy until late Sunday. So much going on. The Women's Professional Series. 2 events. Same for the men's. A Next Gen and a Disability Series. All in action. Up at the Bolton Wanderers Football Club. I think she would have preferred not to pop both there. But we're still okay. Excellent recovery pot on Casey. Yeah, nothing too tricky here. I do like the speed at which he's playing though. Looks very calm, very relaxed. I think if she can just pinch a little bit of the pocket here and leave herself low on the one to the bottom left, that would be ideal. Oh, choosing to come high. Okay, that's fine. Now anywhere sort of around the blue spot would be perfect. Yeah, if you want to keep up to date with the scores, I believe JMO's put it on your screens for you. Yeah, just in the comments, click that link and you can follow all the live scores. If you want to watch any of the other tables though, you do have to head over to ultimatepool.com. I've been saying $7.99 all weekend. I've been reminded it's $6.99. Either way, it's not bad value. The amount of pool you can view and extra stuff as well. Okay, was always going to cannon the yellow. Would have preferred a thinner contact. That would have enabled her to get a little bit further up the table. So a little bit of a tester, but the reward will be a 2-frame lead. Excellent, nothing but pocket. Beautiful, very nice indeed. 3-1, nearly at the halfway point. Right, first look for me at Casey's break. Nice and flat, like the thumb tucked inside. But cued across, loads of left hand side, didn't catch the front of the pack, and straight in the middle. It's just a disaster. She'll be very disappointed in that. And even more so when she sees what she's left. The Players' Championship victor, Mary Talbot. Pretty sure she won that recently. And we'll be looking to claw one back in the next couple of minutes. Very steady on the cue, however, she's just gone to roll too far. Can she still cut this one back? It's not disastrous, there is still a couple of options, but pool players like to stick to their desired route from the start. She will have planned out this route as she approached the table. Get this, nothing's going to move here, just watch. Very good, very, very steady. Not a lot to go wrong. It's like a commentator's curse, I suppose, but the fundamentals are excellent from Mary. Really, really steady. She'll keep this cue as flat as possible. There you go, just using the edge of the table. The flatter it is, the less likely you are to cue across. So it's not been at her original route so far, but they're so well mapped out, it's difficult to go wrong. Could play a cannon, could decide to screw over. Choices for Mary. This is where good technique does come into play. So on the previous shot I mentioned she doesn't move at all, and when you are bridging and you've got another dynamic to add in, staying still is very important, because even the most simpler shots can go wrong. Just see how still she is as the cue goes through. Excellent. So hard work done, and she should be looking good to claw back to just one behind. Welcome, Mr. Carl Newton, to the Ultimate Pool Live. Thanks for joining us. An excellent match, I think you'll agree. I have just been informed, by the way, that Mary used to be a professional snooker player, and it is of no surprise after the compliments I was given her on the technique she brings to the table. It is flawless. It's great to see. And having been so successful already at Ultimate Pool, she's obviously gone a few steps into mastering the pattern play. Because after them strong fundamentals, that's all you need to learn. Really, really good. Yeah, shout out to Carl, thanks for joining us. I will, if you have been sharing the stream, if you newcomers come in and say hello. If not, go over and listen to Tony Holgate and Mark Shepherd on the main table. Just a little bit too far. Not sure she can cut this back and hold. May see her play this with loads of left hand side. Not because she needs it. Alright, it's obviously way too thin. Not even entertaining the shot. The double. They're just sliding. They're catching. Every player that's played on this table this weekend so far has had certain shots either playing out of a snooker or playing off a cushion or playing a double, and they're misjudging it just simply because of how much that side the cushions are sliding. Really, really difficult. So, to try and stay two in front, that will do very nicely indeed. Wants to stay well away from this red, just above her next yellow. Nice. May opt for a little cannon here, just on the first yellow of the two. Casey's a long-term player at Ultimate Pool. I remember her playing a few years ago. She must have been here from pretty much the start, I think. Okay, that's gone a little bit awry though. Okay, drop this in the middle. She's got enough angle, can just stun into the yellow next to it. I think she intended to be a little bit further to the right on our screens. Yeah, and just like her opponent actually, you know, very wide stance, very steady. You know, a lot of these lady players, you know, have just improved so much since, certainly since I started commentating on them. I've seen a massive improvement in Casey. I mean, it was a few years ago when I saw her play. Not perfect here, but doesn't have to do too much. Don't force this to get an extra few inches closer to the black. Back your pot in, leave a little bit of distance. If you've got an angle, use that top side cushion. Just bounce it back out. Very nice. Never wanting to use more power than what you can control. So, a simple black, you would feel. Just taking her time though, steadying herself. Casey Ramford-Norrie is over the halfway point. She has 4 and needs 3 more. few of the other scores in the last 16. There were 2 other matches going underway in the last 16. Chloe Smithies is 5-2 down to Amy Beecham, and Savannah Lowe is trailing by the same scoreline to Emma Parkin. Is it or Parker? Can't see it. Emma Parker. My apologies. Becky Watkins, Danielle Randall and Leanne Cragg already into the last 8. They will play at 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock this afternoon. Excellent shot. And she'll take that, I think. Got to manoeuvre this cue ball out for her next yellow, but I think she'll be happy with that shot, certainly. Is that okay? Doesn't look too concerned, so I'm presuming she can squeeze this in off the yellow. Gotta watch the cue ball though. Excellent, real good, judged to perfection. Bit of a tricky little finish still ahead. Even though all these 3 colours do have a pocket. And you can see what she's planning. She's letting us know. Always helpful when the players tell me what shot. Probably an inch too far. We'll be wary of that black, but can kill the cue ball. You strike this well in order not to move the black too far. Excellent once again. I mean, this is real high quality stuff from both players at the moment. I'm thoroughly enjoying this game. Yeah, standard very good. Back to 4-3. So let's get back at it. I was just trying to think then. I mean, of all the games I've done this weekend, this has been well up there in standard. It's been very good. Obviously, I missed the first 3, but the other 4, been absolute top draw. Very difficult to call a winner because we're on serve at the minute. And once again, not without little issues, but a nice open layout for Mary here. Sort of one problem on either colour set. You can just see her running around there. It's not on your screen, but they are playing a 30-second shot clock with an extension each frame. And that's okay. Now the one that's furthest left on your screens, I think that does pass up into the top. It also doubles. What she's having a look at there is whether she can play it into the middle off the red. Very close to her work here. Little short cue action. Oh, she looks in real good sync, real good nick. I'm very, very impressed by both players. They've had technically quite difficult shots, both of them, and yeah, just full 10 out of 10. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, is that a sign? The fact that she didn't play it off the red there? That, wow. I presume she'd played on the one below the 8 ball, but maybe not. It obviously does not go. So, toughest part of the clearance so far. And it is a ball missed. Wow. First mistake since I've been sat down from either player. They've been extremely rare. Like rocking horse. I'll let you finish it. I believe on the TV table, the Battle of Birmingham, well, the Battle of the Midlands, was won by the younger man, Jaden Billingham, against Rob Warne. Them two having had many battles, and surely many to come. 8-5 the score in that. The next match on that TV table is Dylan Leary against Salsa Dave Fernandez. Or you could stay on here with me. Entirely up to you. Bet she probably didn't think she was going to get another opportunity after that mixed pot. So, loss of turn. Be happy with a skill shot if it follows it in. But that's just as good. Just parks that problem back in your opponent's parking space for a little bit. In case he's something to think about. Not sure if she's on the double here, if there's enough room. Will be tempted, I'm sure. No, not entertaining it. One over the middle. Needs to get this cue ball over though. Yeah, that's not perfect. I presume she's going to have a go at the skill shot herself. Not too much safety in mind for her here. Needs to make both balls, you feel. Not a lot of distance between them. Not quite. Well, no, I think she can snip this into the centre. And the natural, I think, misses the middle pocket. So can play around off two cushions or can dig down into the cue ball and use the side cushion. Personal choice here for Mary. Chose to nip it. Played it very well. And if that cue ball bypasses the 8, she'll have sweet cueing for this yellow up into the corner. So that little mistake from Mary, and it's the first one that we've seen in the match, it does look like it's not going to be punished. It is, however, going to make for an interesting conclusion, because this first to 7 is looking like it's going to be a best of 5. And we all love deciders, don't we? Yeah, no mistake on the 8 ball, and we are level after 8. back, the best of 5 will begin. I hope the standard stays the same because it's been excellent up to now. It's helped that we've had nice open tables. Nice open layouts. This should be the toughest shot of the finish for Mary. Excellent. A friendly kiss needed. And I think that's just about okay. If she can't see enough of this bottom yellow of the 2, touch aside just to spin it in. Doesn't look disgruntled. Doesn't give you much though in terms of body language, Mary. Oh, well, she's playing the top one, so that answers that question. A good double needed and a good double not got. But she has tied up a red at the bottom of the table, so difficult counter clearance for Casey. Just having a look if she can play this red up until the top left and come around the back of the 2 yellows. The 3 that are together near the centre pocket, the 2 furthest right are a plant, so I think this is a little bit more simple than I first thought. And the way she's played that tells me this passes up into the top right. So clearing areas of the table first, which is the way you should do it. Move that cue ball as little as possible. Just slightly the wrong side, but doesn't matter. Nicely on this red. Had a couple people message asking about jumping on commentary. Got a bit of a queue in the afternoons. If you are interested, and you are in Bolton, because I know a few of you do listen, come and find me. Try and schedule you in. Can even look after newcomers. It has gone wrong, and it's gone wrong in a big way. How brave is she going to be? I think she'll probably play a safety here. Yeah, no surprise. The game, it's just I think the scoreline dictated the shot choice, certainly. Unfortunately, Mary, well, what a shot that is. That is excellent. Top draw from Mary Talbot. And I think there's no one cushion escape here. Well, there will be for the middle red of the 3. But can't get the easier one near the pocket off one cushion, I don't think. Not without the use of side. Interesting what she's going to pick here. Or can she? Well, so she just needs to... Oh, threaded the needle. Perfect. What a shot. There wasn't a lot of room next to that 8 ball. Had to go very close. Judged it well. However, still in a little bit of trouble here. There is a shot here where you can play it into the left centre, I think. Lots... Wow, she's playing the bottom one. Just choosing to keep it tight. I'm like you lot. Always incredibly attacking. We're going to try and dislodge this yellow. We are.
Are you looking for a dream house? Or do you want to buy, sell, or rent property? Well, we can help. We can help you save money and time. All you have to do is visit www.20fast.re. We provide tailor-made solutions just for you.
Not choosing to take the risk later on. However, that's what I kind of feared. And I don't think she's got a shot on here. Just looking where to leave the cue ball. Yeah, I mean, they're playing under a 30-second shot clock, but did have an extension. Maybe should have used it there. Just a few more seconds just to plan out the route. She's not done a lot wrong in this match. Just that one missed pot up into the top left. So just decided to leave the cue ball in the most awkward position she can, forcing Casey into taking on this tough pot. Cued it well, maybe a little bit too much pace. $734 of you watching. The best from the Women's Professional Series, certainly two of them. And thank you very much for those that have shared, liked and commented. It's good to have you on board. Keeping me company on a Saturday afternoon. Amazing to think well over 1,000 pool players here today. I think that will do. Sums that shot up. Bit of reverse side. And cued the next one. Very good indeed. I mean, I apologise for those that have seen a lot of Mary already. I've seen a little bit on socials. I know she's very, very popular on social media, but having the pleasure of watching her close up like this, I'm extremely impressed. Both players have been impressed by. And despite, from what I've seen, obviously I didn't see the first 3 frames. I've seen a couple of mistakes from Mary, one from Casey. Mary's done very well. Very, very well indeed. I do feel it's got the makings of a decider. We will see. Time will tell.
No, seriously. You're right.
The fighting over the co-commentary. We've got a little bit of a treat coming up in the next couple of hours. Do stay with us. Guest appearances will be arriving. Back to the action though. Casey did need another mistake. When Mary makes a mistake, it's just not been punished completely by Casey. Having not been familiar with Mary all the way, too much, and Casey's game from the last time I watched her play has improved massively. Both very, very steady indeed. Just looking to see if she can squeeze this yellow along the top cushion. Didn't want to make 2. doesn't mind, I'm sure. Yeah, very good. Just keeping it tight. I think this might be time to go game though. I think you get to sort of this stage in the match, a big clearance here at 5-4 up, you're just going to put all the pressure on your opponent, and these are open. Just needs one good positional shot for the one in the triangle area. If it doesn't go into the right centre, she's going to have to make position. She'll be looking now if it does. Looks tight from our pictures. Yeah, you're right in the chat. There's always a lot of comments for Caesar. He's currently playing. Go and check it out. It's on the live scoring. And if he's on a stream, though, you will have to get the ultimatepool.com subscription. So hard work sort of done here. Just pull this back a little bit. One over the pocket. After this one. And an easy route. And it's going to hurt this, Casey. Because she'll feel like she's been as good as, if not slightly better than Mary. I didn't see the first 3 frames, like I said, so I can't comment on mistakes made. But from what I've seen in the remainder of the frames, there's not been a lot between them at all. Only the balls have sort of dictated the scoreline. So I think left centre for the black. Could play left corner, but left centre seems quite natural. Depends how thin this red is, but there's a big gap to come through. Just play a natural line. Yeah, nice. Just play the natural line. Takes the pressure off, so when you're playing any shot under a massive amount of pressure, playing a natural line, you only have to control the pace then, don't you? One less thing to worry about. Keep your head still, and we've already commented on her fundamentals being very strong, and they help with shots like that. 6-4. She's on the hill. Just needs one more for a place in the quarter-final. No more second chances for Casey. If we're at the table, we've got to be looking for the finish, you feel. Certainly when the ball's laid out like this. Because we all want to see a decider. Just trying to spot the stumbling block for Casey here. The group of balls that are around the 8 ball, the red that's on the left, that's probably causing a little bit of a problem. I think it does pass to the... Oh, that was quick. That was very, very quick. And even worse, if this yellow that's near the 8 ball passes to the bottom right, Mary's going to have a path out. Yeah, this one first. Attention's just turned to the 8 ball, which is the only other stumbling block that'll be in place between Mary and a place in the quarters. Yeah, played it off the red. That is excellent. That's opened up the whole table. Great bit of vision from Mary Talbot. It's a thin cut back. Beautiful. Nice pace. Oh, it's just gone a little bit awkward. Needs one more good pot. Can she play while she's looking at the plant? The other option is to play off the red, a carom shot. I mean, anywhere but there. It's going to be the plant. This can go wrong. These are very much offset. Yeah, not a surprise to see her miss that at all. And even worse, she's not blocked the path for the red. So this is a finish that just has to go for Casey here. Check in, see if the red passes the 8. Your guess is as good as mine. But these reds have to disappear. She has to take these out now. And if that red does pass, she's absolutely plumb on it. Hold yourself together here. We could be going to 6-5. Mistakes have started just to creep in a little bit. But she wouldn't have expected to be coming back to the table, I'm sure. I thought, pretty sure she'd been thinking about packing the cue away, possibly for the day. She's in the other competition. When you do get these opportunities that you don't expect, you've got to take them. You never know what might happen a little bit later on in the match. Got to say, I've mentioned a lot about Mary's fundamentals, but Casey's pre-shot routine is excellent. Just watch here. She's going for a wander, just seeing where she wants the cue ball, but just stands behind the shot just for a second, just there, and then comes down slowly. Chin to cue. Nice and steady. It's a very wide stance. Hold yourself together. Are we going 6-5? We are. Excellent. Mary to break, and who do you think the pressure's on now? So are we going to go all the way, or is Mary going to be able to close this match out? Took a little bit off that, but has been rewarded with a ball. Great control of the cue ball straight up to the middle of the top cushion, and these are absolutely lovely. If you want a chance to win a match, that's a break that you would love to replicate in every decider, in every competition. I think the only ball that's going to get any thought here is the one furthest left on our screens. Choosing to land on it or dropping it into the middle. Don't think she'll pick a double from what we've seen so far. So needs to be very steady here. Did you think she'd missed that? The arm came up. That will do nicely. The hard work has been done. So steady on the approach. Doesn't have to do too much with the cue ball here, just over to the other side of the table. Using all the pocket once again. I mean, this is the only shot that can go wrong in the rest of the finish, but there's such a big margin for error. Have to be just a rush of adrenaline, I suppose, but Mary just doesn't strike me as the type. There we go. Okay, a little bit further than she would have wanted, but still alright. Needs to get hold of this cue ball. Get the grip. Just come back an inch. Kill the pace of it. Chose the stun. Problem is with that, she was always going to be hand off the table for the last red. However, she is very straight and only has to drop this in. Is it the roll? Or is it the stun? Oh my. Did not see that coming, and that is nothing other than pressure. Absolutely nothing other than pressure, that is. Now, can Casey hold herself together? A big counter clearance needed here. This will be the biggest finish of the match by quite a stretch. But she's on the most awkward of her remaining yellows. And that's been safely deposited. You can almost sort of feel the tension out there after a ball like that gets missed. The very best players in the world, what they do is they get excited by the fact that they're at the table, whereas you see some of the lower ranked players, I'd say, some in the lower tiers, they think, oh my god, I've got another opportunity, I must put these away, and all the pressure sort of transfers onto the person that's in Casey's position. But I think she's going to get these. I feel we are going to go to a decider. Drop it in and play this last yellow up into the corner. Well, that's far from ideal. It sort of looked like she was caught in two minds there, whether to just stop the cue ball dead and leave it to the corner, or run through and leave it to the middle, and she's done neither. Fully expected to get the pot, but shouldn't have been having to run round off a couple of cushions. Ended up having to play it off the 8, and, well, fortune favours the brave, they say. The nerves are definitely showing from both players. If this 8 goes in, I think we're in for an extremely nervy decider. 30 seconds time, it's 6-all. Okay, decider time. Flirting with the middle pocket, made a ball. How's the table looking? Not bad. I think we'll be looking at yellows breaking out straight away, but not guaranteed to be on a ball. It's an easy breakout, but just not guaranteed on a yellow if that's what she chooses to do. Here's another option with reds. Yeah, I kind of like reds at second glance. I am lucky enough to have a professional player next to me. I'm trying to read him a little bit, see if he'll give me some idea. She has gone reds, yeah. Well, he said yellows like me, so... That's Ray in England, by the way. He's going to do the next game with me. After this decider has been decided. Well, tying up. I think yellows were good for going game there. However, that first shot playing the yellow into the middle pocket, sort of dislodging the red and yellow together, yeah, it would work, but you could have only been on the yellow right at the bottom of the table, and that's not something you want to be taking on. So a little bit risky and choosing to keep things tight. However, because of that, you have handed the table over to your opponent, and you just, do you ever want to in a decider? I just feel like you just want to get a chance and have a go at them. Yeah, and as you can see, I mean, would you rather be yellows or reds here? I think I know. I'd rather be yellows. Yeah, just looking for a nice safety. I think she's done enough there. I don't think Mary can see enough this yellow to cut it into the centre. Or even enough of it to play it off the other yellow. Doesn't want to disturb this red on the right hand side near the 8 ball. Well, if you are going to disturb it, put it there. A very clever shot indeed from from Mary. You just had the feeling that this game was going to go this way in the decider, just because there was a bit of nerves from both players creeping in the last couple of frames. Yeah, nobody really wanting to sort of take the proverbial bull by the horns at the moment. We're just trying to creep over the line. Well, I think we might see another safety shot, because both seem to be in a mindset of not wanting to pot balls. But these yellows, okay, the 8 ball's tied up. These yellows are nice if she gets another opportunity, because it looks like Casey, well, that's not good. Yellows are definitely in command at the moment. Won't be moving that one near the 8 ball, I promise you that. No real advantage in a loss of turn. No back double available. Just not a lot to go at. Now then, all Casey's hopes land on the 8 ball, and I think Mary has got to have a go at these. There's 2 balls close to the 8 that she can use to break it out. She's got other balls over pockets. If it doesn't work out the first time, she should be able to have another go. Doesn't like it because there's no guarantee here. Only if she catches the 8 full ball and sticks on it will she not be on a yellow. Any sort of half ball contact either way should be okay. Got to commit to it though. It's 30 seconds, she's running out of time, and because of that has turned the breakout shot down. I mean, there is an option to not move it at all. It does pass into the bottom left. This could go wrong. This has not gone wrong. However, 8 ball out and then back into trouble. I mean, it's a difficult shot, but are you not tempted to the one to the middle and screw back? And then play the last yellow off the red? Here we go. Don't get too much into this though. Well, she did. Wow. I mean, it's ended up absolutely perfect, hasn't it? I'm not sure that was the line she played. This has got to go off the red. Open the pocket up for the 8 in the same bag. Played it well. Has got a double. Has got a back double. However, bridging over the red. Oh, it's tense. So, this black for a place in the quarters. Left middle the target, I believe. No, it is the back double. Is it off the red and in? It is. Congratulations to Mary Talbot. Thoroughly entertaining match and very high standard throughout. We will be back after this short break, and Ryan England will be joining me. Join us then. Another last 16 encounter and two other big names. The ever-attacking Megan Proctor against Sophie Gibbs-Nichols. But I have some company for the first time today. Professional player Ryan England, who was just telling me he was an international inspiration in his teens. Is that right? He didn't use them words, by the way. He's far too modest. But yeah, definitely did well as a junior, yeah?
Yeah, 20 years ago, so a long time ago. But like I said to you a minute ago, I'm probably enjoying my pool life is more now than I ever have done. So
Sort the head out, and the rest will follow.
Like a wine maturing as time goes on.
We all have to grow up eventually. We are a similar age. You just have a better haircut, or rather you do have a haircut, which is good. You look a few years below me. You are a few years below me. Have we frozen? Have you frozen at home? No, YouTube's going. I've got a frozen screen. Give us a couple of minutes, we'll sort it out. YouTube's still running okay, but my stream is frozen. Just give us a few seconds.
Red Bull's in play.
Oh, we are in play, yes. I'll let you take over, Ryan. You seem to know what you're doing. Could do with 5 minutes rest.
Yeah, well, she's got a bad red down here on the right hand side with the yellow covering it, so she's probably figuring out how to deal with that as early as possible. Not too sure myself how she's going to do it, to be honest with you.
Where are you from, Ryan?
I'm Mansfield, so I'm Nottingham born and bred and live in Mansfield now, which is down Broad.
Plenty of decent Q actions down there.
Plenty of good players. I grew up playing with Clint Hanson.
Yeah, just about to say Clint's down there.
Yeah.
Jack's not too far away either.
No, Craig Lake.
Craig Lake in Derby. Yeah.
So yeah, full of. It's always has been strong to be fair.
I currently share a little pool club, private club, 3 table set up with Greg Davis as well, another pro.
Might get only 3 tables, so no distractions.
That's a nice shot there.
Yeah, I don't think she's on the one on the right hand side though.
No, but I think she can get on this rail to leave it a little cut back. It's going to be a tough shot, but I don't see what else she's going to do. She's just lining it up now. And the yellow could potentially slow the white down as well if she connects with it. I think she may be on that. Maybe a tad of left hand side needed, but it's getting on the black. Dead weight, leave it to top bag.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a little bit of swerve, just a touch of right might work.
Yeah, right hand side, that's right. I'm upside down, aren't I?
Yeah, it's okay, don't worry. I knew what you'd done. Yeah, I knew you'd done. Megan's definitely one of my favourite players to watch on the Professional Ladies Tour. There's always lots of aggression on the table, and I don't mean that in a mannerism, it's just in the way she attacks the game. She'll need a bit of that for this 8 ball. Here you go, full commitment, but lacking a little bit of accuracy.
Yeah.
So Sophie Gibbs is going to have, well, at first glance I was about to say, a nice easy counter clearance, but if she's glued to this yellow, she might only have a plant as her opener. Beautifully played.
Yeah,
Great strike.
Committed that really nice there, just to make sure the cue ball got back into play, and she wasn't just hoping to land on that one.
Absolutely not. All parts of the equation covered with that shot. And that's an excellent shot as well, played for a choice. looking sharp. Hard work has been done.
And it's a nice opening frame for her to have these yellows to get herself going as well. Especially when Megan actually nearly took out a really difficult clearance. And was quite unlucky not to be rewarded at the end of it. And she's going to find herself 1-0 down as well.
That's the standard. It's the second ladies match of the day on here, and both have been absolutely exemplary in standard. I was very impressed by Casey and Mary in the last one. There wasn't much to separate them. A couple of nerves being shown in the latter stages, but besides that, it was a high tariff affair. Yeah, couldn't get perfect on this 8, so she's left a cut back. It is into a blind pocket, so she'll have to show a little bit of commitment on the shot.
And that's the same for both with the blacks. So both are a tough black for the first frame.
Just got to commit. Excellent. Really, really good. Very impressive. And she opens us up. It is a race to 7 once again. And I was promised, wasn't I? I was promised. You were here. I was promised that this clock will be fixed very, very soon. I'm not sure, from what I've seen in the first one, it will come into play, to be honest, Ryan. If these breaks keep opening up well, both players seem to be wanting to attack the balls at the first opportunity.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, to be fair.
So, 2 of the quarterfinals in the men's have been decided. Christophe Lambert earlier on beat Ricky Jones 8-3. Jaden Billingham 8-5 against Rob Warren, and currently going on is everyone's favourite Northern Ireland man, surely. I never hear anybody that's got a bad word to say about him. Dylan Leary 5-2 up against Salsa Dave Fernandez. The last one, due on at 2:45, is John Rowe, who we saw earlier today on this channel. He's up against the Republic of Ireland's Stevie Dempsey. A lot of people's tip for the title are, Ryan, pick a player out of them 8.
Well, I watched Christopher twice this weekend, and he looks like he's absolutely flying.
I agree.
And Jaden just looks like he's been playing the game 30 years longer than everyone else.
Yeah, at 19 he must have started at -15 or something. Yeah,
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
So that's have they got each other next as well? No, so they're in separate draws as well.
Yeah, they are. That could be the final. Christopher disposing of the world #1 late on yesterday, and it was a stellar performance. It's really nice to see the best of Christophe, because if you speak to the old school players, the older generation, those above 40, they speak so highly of him. Like, they can't say enough good words about him. Have you watched him close up, Ryan?
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Watched the shakes?
Yeah, in fact, I seen that in the last event, and I didn't know if he was nervous, but then he plays far too good to be nervous.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you come from the other side of the game, haven't you? And when you come over, you've probably seen him on telly, and you don't notice it on telly. It is something to behold. I mean, I'm not saying, like we see a lot in here, like I've mentioned a couple of times, there's a guy outside this door playing with no arms. Right?
Yeah,
he's playing most of them on.
Unbelievable.
However, when you do watch Christophe, you think, hold on a minute, like, is he really? Because the shakes are horrendously bad, but whatever he does, it works.
Yeah, and his cue ball, the way he strikes the ball, his cue ball's tight. Like, there's no way the nerves are. To me, they don't look like they're in this game.
He's not a nervous fella.
So
he's also one of the.
He's just dealing with it, isn't he?
Yeah, he's also one of the best trick shot players you've ever seen, by a stretch as well. Very, very good indeed. So trying to thread down for this problem red, and that's an half decent attempt.
She's given herself half a chance here now, because the black is going to go into the middle left. So on and off the cushion here, I think, back into play.
I don't know. Yeah, because it's only going up to the corner, isn't it? So yeah, on and off. Wants to be as straight as possible. That's excellent.
Fantastic.
Now, I think the trick to this shot, Ryan, I'm sure you'll be correct. You will correct me if I'm wrong. Is just to get through the cue ball.
Yeah.
Don't try and power this. Just get through it.
Yeah.
And bring it back nicely on the intended line.
And the way the tables are playing as well, I think if you do connect well with it, you're struggling not to get to the blue spot.
It's a little bit snappy, but she's got away with it. That's why the hand of apology came up.
And I think she deserves it, because that was 2 really, really, really good clearances, and to come away with not 1 frame on the board there, I don't think that would have been fair, for me anyway.
It's nice to see a level game. Both players settle a little bit, and they both got 1 on the board.
Yeah, and both look sharp as well.
What a great name, Q-Psych. What's Megan's? I think it's just the Meg, is it?
Yeah,
is it the Meg?
With a shark, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's away from the table. I've done quite a bit of commentary with Megan, and yeah, she's a character. Yeah. Great to be around. As are a lot of the ladies. Remember the mini-series we used to do down in Daventry? Going back to Daventry actually in a couple of weeks, for those of you that will be tuning in, we'll be down there.
For the Europeans?
Yeah, Cole Bedford's hunting ground. A couple of times, hasn't he?
Yeah, he loves it there.
Yeah, just had some great times. So, Sophie to get us underway in frame number 3.
Nice break.
First part of the task over. Fantastic break. You do know you've hit them well when you've got 10 balls in the top half of the table.
Yeah, and she was she had a very relaxed stroke. She didn't try and power them, did she? It was just very controlled, but like finished a stroke.
Well, I spoke a lot about the break earlier on this morning. What are your thoughts on it as a pro player? Come on, give the tips away.
What? I'll be honest with you. I mean, I just hit them. Like, I think people overcomplicate it. I think if you try and not going off, you'll find the bags. So I pick a line. I try and stay as central as I can. I mean, this weekend I've been bringing it back quite central, but I'm not opposed to going in off the side cushion as long as I get a good connection. And I feel like if you pull out on your break, that's when you start to go off angles that you don't normally go off, and that's you find in your middle bags, your corner bags, and I think it's the lack of commitment to the strike. I think there's a lot of players out there that try and be more precise than that. I know Story played him yesterday.
I was just about to mention his name. Yeah.
His break, that second ball down break's absolutely lethal. He takes his time lining it up as well, and he's got it down to a T. And you look at when he don't get a ball, it's like I'm quite shocked, to be honest with you.
Sean's always been like that. He was probably the first player at Ultimate Pool that really mastered the shot and match clock when when he first evolved into playing in the arenas, and yeah, he was the first person to study it. He's a clever man, away from the table.
The name gives it away, autopilot.
Yeah, autopilot. He's a qualified pilot. Does a couple of things, Sean. Yeah.
Nice chap.
Oh, he's amazing, yeah. And it was nice to see him branch out into other parts of the game, play some money matches. Seems really keen on that as well.
Yeah, he's a tough cookie to crack in that side of things.
Absolutely, strong mentality.
Yeah, very much so. I watched the last game when he played Rob Chambers, and standard was very high.
Well, as we've been chatting away about Sean and the break, Ryan's advice, by the way, stay straight and just hit him. Plenty of follow through though. Yeah. Sorry, Sophie, as I nearly said Mary then, has been knocking these balls in. Would have preferred a little bit more angle, so has got a decision to make here. Bit of power and come across, or a bit of top and side and play the south side of the 8.
Yeah, and she's decided, nah, I think that's why she's just stuck back up.
Yeah, just a bit in between shots. I've seen her play one with power already, so kept her accuracy. Looks like it's topspin though. Yeah. I mean, the trick to them is, Ryan, is it not, to make the decision while you're down? No, sorry, make the decision before you go down.
Yeah, 100%. And I think she was still struggling to really commit to one of them there. I mean, she probably would have been better off stunning it out and just accepting she's going to land with a cutback and just not actually landing perfectly on the back. Because I thought that was more difficult. I think you had to play that with right hand side to kill the white and bring it down, which is not a nice shot when it's your last ball.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Welcome Lindsay Hall, 3656. Thanks for joining the chat.
2 bad yellows on the side here. I don't know if she's got angle here, and she hasn't, so she's got to wait a little bit longer. But it looks like she's eyeing up safety. Yeah, good shot.
A world of pain.
Yes, I think we have a favourite colour here in this frame.
Well, if the one cushion escape is on, it's not too bad. But if it isn't, it is a world of pain. I think the one cushion escape is there.
If she can get this red on the back and apply pressure on that first shot, or anywhere close.
Looks like 2 cushions, but this will slide. Yeah, every single player that's played on this table has made the same mistake with the slidey cushions.
And then gone too wide.
Yeah, it just slides massively. I presume you've had a couple of games out there, 1 or 2.
Yeah, I mean, I play on a brand new cloth in my own club, so to me, I felt like my white ball was quite on point straight away. So
good.
We've got 3. We've got the grey cloth and the teal, so I think it's important to match the conditions before you come to these events, because you don't want to be adapting to with these kind of players. You know, you haven't got the time to do it.
No, it's something that I certainly struggled with back in playing days, adapting to better conditions. Very hard to emulate. I mean, if you've got a private club, then I presume the table doesn't get played on as much as, say, a pub table. So
no, definitely not.
You can keep it immaculate, can't you?
Yeah, and it's ironed and balls are cleaned pretty much before everyone plays. So we do try our best to keep it as professional as possible.
Megan then in with the easy work to do.
Yeah, but she looks very confident out there.
Always does. Always does.
And what round are we in at this stage?
This is last 16, I believe, for a place in the quarters. I'll run through some other scores since you asked so nicely. Yeah, this is... oh no, maybe not. Oh yes, it is. Yeah, it's the last 16.
Yeah, it's the last game of the last 16 as well, isn't it? So, yeah, big game. Amy's from round my ways. She's already in the quarterfinals.
Anybody else looking on the live scoring app will notice Mary Talbot was in twice in the quarterfinals. So I was trying to think, where does the winner of this match go? But I do believe Mary Talbot is already underway against Danielle Randall on stream table number 3. However, Danielle Randall's also in twice in the draw. Little bit confused. I think there's a bit of a mistake on the live scoring. I can confirm this is a last 16 match though. Yeah.
Well, it's either that or Danielle and Mira getting 2 chances. So.
Yeah, they're both in, aren't they? That's the thing, yeah. And there's no other last 16 matches to be completed.
She's getting on with these again. Like you say,
it is
not having this shot clock. I don't think it's going to matter.
I've just worked it out. I think it's Kerry Griffiths is the one that's missing. So I presume the winner of this will play Kerry.
That's another person from my area as well.
Becky Watkins, Emma Parker, Mary against Danielle, Leanne against Amy Beecham in the quarters. And the winner of this one, I believe, to play Kerry Griffiths.
Good angle here to get on this one on the rail, on the right hand side.
Yeah, nicely stunned across.
I think she would have liked to be a bit straighter.
Yeah, just not completely out of the woods here. I think she's just going to screw across for the yellow into the bottom right, but Needs to leave a good angle to drift down onto the yellow near the 8 into the right centre, you feel. Or land straight on it so she can get a run through for it into the bottom left, Ryan.
Yeah, she could actually use the red as well. She chose not to, and that's
perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Very, very good. Picked the line that was going towards the middle pocket, but controlled the pace beautifully.
And this time committed.
Yeah, did. Yeah, very, very good. That can be nervy. Them. I mean, how often do you see him underdone? Could do with a bounce. Okay, just being just off the cushion helps her here.
Yeah. Playing for the black in the left centre, I think. Is she straighter than that?
Do not quit on this shot, whatever you decide. I think it was indecision about the cue ball.
Exactly the same as the last frame. She landed actually, it looks like a tad awkward from what people can say. And she was in between two shots again.
Just not deciding in your mind before you play in the shot.
And it's so important to have clarity on every single shot when you're playing as well. It's probably the only reason why people miss it, honestly.
I think she'd like to take this one to the bottom left and get rid of this one at the very bottom of the table, but deciding to leave them two till last now. Always feel Megan's at her best when she picks up the pace a couple of notches. I mean, it may pay the price when you up the tempo a little bit by not always spotting the correct route. Oh, while this will be a reroute, certainly. Leave plenty of angle on the one on the bottom. Make the shot natural to come up the table. Don't want to be forcing this one along the bottom cushion. That's okay.
Yeah, I think she played that well there.
Yeah, a little bit more angle would have been okay. But if you take the pressure off so you could roll it and then it's in or over, it's sort of, she's going to have to punch this now.
But like I say, the tables are playing really fast, so I think the table should do the work here. Got a little bit too much into it. Across a little bit more than she wanted, but she has got a natural on and off the cushion here. So just making the pot here and let the white do the work. She's actually eyeing up the other red, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the one closest to her, I mean, I think it's slightly harder pot. It's into a blind pocket as well. But the natural line of the cue ball off the other one, actually, I think that's okay. The natural line off the one into the top right-hand corner. Don't think she has to do anything. I think she'll just drift back up. But it is going to be the blind pocket shot. On and off the cushion. Missable, this. Hasn't been missed, though. And a respectful tap on the leg by Sophie Gibbs-Nichols.
And she took her time there, and what was just saying a minute ago about having full clarity in your head before the shot, and she just made sure of that before she got down and actually chose to pot that ball.
And pretty much perfect on the 8. Three, 1. has broken well throughout this match in the first two and has broken well again, but this time hasn't got a reward, and it couldn't come at a worse time for Sophie Gibbs. Already 2 behind in this race to 7, and her opponent's at the table with the first chance. Ryan, what are we saying here?
Well, reds are my initial thought. I don't know if she can. Well, it looks like she can get to this one in the bag. She's got this one tied up in the middle of the table, so she needs an angle on this one on the rail. See, I would have been tempted to go a little bit further and then have an angle then to go into where that bunch of balls with the 2 yellows and the black and the red, and then hopefully split them up with balls down up the bottom of the table to land on.
Yeah, I hear you. That's not going to be a possibility for her anymore. There's just not enough angle on this red. And the obvious red to play on after this is the one near the middle. But after that, things start to get a little bit sort of tetchy, don't they? Yeah, left plenty of angle. What she'd like to do is cut this in the centre, brush off the red and open them balls up, but hold the cue ball. So she's guaranteed on this one to the bottom right, possibly even one to the bottom left. We will see. Well, is she playing the carom?
Oh, right, okay, I like
playing
this.
the carom. I don't know, it's a bit risky, this. This black might start moving.
I think she's got more control with the white. It's dangerous. I mean, she's got this yellow here as backup, and
it is going to be the carom. Nice. Nice. But not without a little bit of bad news.
no, still work to do.
You've got to be leaving that one, surely, the one near the 8, because it's just a perfect last ball.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So, do you take the risks, play this one and try and play a cannon?
I would. I'd play it pretty, just a little bit more than dead weight, and just take it over the other side.
Float it in, bit of left-hand side.
That's it.
And hit the gap if you run like...
yeah, and that's harsh.
Run like Megan.
I don't think that was... I think that was the right shot, and I think she's been a little bit unlucky.
Now, is it time to let her opponent to the table, or is she going to play the big double and try and get position?
Well, she don't want to keep potting balls.
Well, there is a shot on though, isn't there? She can play the double into the corner
and try and screw,
and screw back to the left-hand side of the table. And Megan does like to go aggressive.
And I think she's doing it.
Well, didn't have the angle to get to the left-hand side of the table, but has got a double. Has to play the double, surely.
That's a fantastic shot.
Oh, she's always entertaining, Miss Proctor.
And just another one of those, and she could be out.
Well, doesn't have to play the double, actually, Ryan.
She can see it.
She can see the one over the pocket and just stun up.
And I think she's just noticed that herself, because I didn't notice it straight away.
But it is going to be the double. A show, it's there.
It's in.
There all day.
Fantastic.
Right then, a little bit close to the cushion and needs to get to the bottom of the cue ball, so lots of elevation.
Yeah, tad unlucky actually.
The line is important here. She's just looking to follow the left-hand side of the table. The cushion's all the way up. Really needs to dig into this cue ball though.
Yeah, really grab it with plenty of right-hand side.
You and your sides, I'd be playing this with left to check it up off the cushion.
Oh, would you?
Yeah. But, you know, you're a pro.
I think I would have just dead weight with right-hand side and just aimed to land in this little
I just find
here.
that shot that she had there, I'm going to ask you.
I think both would have worked though.
I
think both would have worked.
If you play with right-hand side, it tends to ping off the cushion. If you play with left,
it's going to kill the
white, and it kills it, and you sort of stick to the cushion more.
And would have straightened up as well.
Yeah, I know you know. Maybe you're just going left and right.
Yeah.
Either way, it's an excellent attempt. Not quite by Megan. How do you like these though? When you've just seen your opponent do that, you come to the table. Right, there is no safety.
However, she's got a shot.
She has got a shot. Yeah, you can drop this one in the centre.
The black was close to being in there, so she was nearly 4-1.
This is massive, you feel, in this race to 7, Ryan. Confidently cued.
Yeah, and I don't know if she's going to try and land on the double on this one on the side rail at some point.
Quite possibly. I like taking the one up to the top left, dealing with the one on the top cushion.
Yeah.
and then sort of coming down. The order of the balls doesn't matter too much because of where the 8 ball is, obviously.
Yeah.
Stunning in behind. Looks like. Thought she was going to roll it. Little bit higher than she would have liked. Makes this ball missable now. And the natural's going to come down the left-hand side of the table.
I mean, it'd be good to land on the double next, because then she's got more balls to land on.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep the options with as many as possible. She has got it, but this was the danger with this shot.
That was a
Needs
too much
a
angle,
kiss.
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just she just left herself too high. Could have left herself no shot there.
She's done the right thing, though, making sure of the pot
Absolutely.
and keeping herself live.
So this one into the right centre, screw on and off the side cushion, Ryan. Oh no, she's playing with top, so going up the table. Going to be leaving that double till last by the looks of things.
And that's not a bad option at all.
Nope. I mean, it's got to go.
If I landed it on the next shot, I would be definitely going for it. I wouldn't risk trying to land on it again.
I think you've got to try and land on the double well here. Give yourself a couple of chances at it.
And she's going to be very fortunate not to have a shot on the last yellow. Pull up.
Is that okay? The thing is, we've mentioned them a couple of times, Ryan. These cushions are slidey. I don't think that's ideal. I think we have to have another go at it. And this time we make sure, even if it's a back double.
Yeah, make sure you get high.
Sophie Gibbs-Nichols is of the same way of thinking. However, she's underdone this.
Similar angle, I think, to before.
I don't think the double's on.
This could go at pace because they straighten up. They straighten up at pace.
Hard with a lot of backspin. Yeah,
Just-
I think she's too far. I mean,
Really hit it.
yeah, you've got to be really hitting it to get it check up that much. Here we go, though. Effectively for 3-2.
Slight double kiss there, I think, didn't she?
Yeah, quite possibly. But it's going to be 4-1 to the Meg.
But that was the problem in leaving that double so late to land on, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, like you said, you had to get top side, because if you're top side, and even if you go way too far, the back double's always on.
Correct.
You might be losing the cue ball, but it will always be on from, you know, your margins quite far.
Yeah.
If you leave it short, I personally don't think that double was on at all.
No.
I mean, I've sat here a little bit longer than you. I think you'd maybe have to swallow a pill and take it to the top left.
Yeah.
Highly unlikely you're getting it, but I just don't think it was on. And yes, you can hit it harder and check it up, but the table's just played so slidey.
Yeah, she didn't really get it to straighten up because of the slide, did she? So essentially it's always going wide now.
Yep. Spot on. The Meg won't mind, though.
No, and this could have been 4-1 either way, up to now.
Yeah, I haven't been. I think the scoreline is slightly cruel upon Sophie Gibbs-Nichols' performance up to now.
From what I've seen from both players, it definitely could have been a little tad closer. But Megan will take it.
Oh, no one moans about not playing well and winning.
Definitely not.
Score will update, I'm sure, before you start in the comments.
Will we have another dry break?
Yeah, not had many over the weekend on the whole table.
No.
But they do seem to come at crucial moments. There, one last night with Simon Fitzsimmons and Ricky Jones. That was brutal. Simon had absolutely hammered the break. At one point he played 7 off the break in one, and he was not dry in any of them. Gets to a decider. And I don't need to finish that story, do I?
No, it's unbelievable.
That's why you love and hate this game.
So let's see if she can get these ones, because she's been very close on the last two. Up into that last ball, really. I think she's a little bit short there.
Got to get herself back in this. And back in quick. It is 4-1, is it not? It is 4-1.
I thought it was.
Yeah, pretty sure. Just not been updated as of yet. Maybe not pressed the number on the tablet. These referees, I believe there's around 20 of them. I remember the days when there was 3 and 4. There's now 20, but there's 100 tables. And Mr. Scott Price, who I'm sure some of you are familiar with from social media, he tells me it's not enough. It is not enough.
Is that what it says?
Yep. And Mark. Well, I suppose if you think about it, one of the referees is out straight away because he's on the match table.
Yep.
You've got to have one there all the time. So then you've got 105 tables with 19 referees.
And
And that's 5 point something tables per ref.
Is there 3 more hovering around the stream tables as well? Always.
Yeah, I think they have 1 or 2. There's 3 tables on just past the arena, which are cambered, and I presume that they're being timed.
Yes, yesterday there was anyway.
So yeah, that'll take up a few. So maybe each referee could possibly have around 6 tables each, and have no choice but to wander. I mean, unfortunately, you just can't employ 100 referees.
No,
I don't think.
And I think the referees do a cracking job, by the way.
Yeah, on this table, it's rack your own, and I have noticed. You notice the difference a little bit.
Yeah.
But has to be done, unfortunately. If they can't spare the refs for the YouTube and other streams, it's just the way it is.
So these are tough.
I'll tell you what, they work some hours. The referees, I mean.
Yeah.
I'm joining them at the moment.
And do they get a break and all to eat?
I don't know. I've not been allowed it yet. I'm just shackled to a microphone. Need to give the listeners' ears a break. It's just that, I mean, it's made her look really bad, that shot, because she's gone for the double there.
Yeah.
I missed it by quite a long way. But believe me, it's just caught out every single player.
Yeah. She's actually not hit it. She wouldn't be that far out there. And like you say, it does make you. I mean, I've done one of them myself, not this weekend, but on another weekend, and it was way at the mark.
Every pool player has pretty much made every silly mistake there is.
It's what makes you better, though, isn't it? You learn from your mistakes.
Absolutely. A missed long yellow from the Meg, but pressure still in the Sophie Gibbs-Nichols corner in this match.
Yeah, yellows don't want to be doing anything silly here at all, because she's in control, isn't she?
For those of you wanting to watch any of the other pool, if you head over to ultimatepool.com for $6.99 a month, $7.99 a month, you can watch everything you want. Stevie Dempsey is battling away with John Rowe in the quarter-final of Pro Series event number 3. Locked at 1-1 at the minute. Plenty of other pool going on until late Sunday night. Keep you entertained until 1 AM, because we all know what's happening at 1 AM on Monday morning, don't we? It was 7 PM, Ryan.
Yes, and
it got moved to 7, and I think I was the only man in the country that was fuming about that.
Is it gone to 7
It's
now?
gone back to 1 o'clock.
Has it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I did see this morning that some people wasn't too happy with it being changed to start with.
Yeah. Well, living about an hour away from here, should have time maybe to watch the final, hopefully commentate on it, and then get back. We will see. Oh,
I don't know if that.
It looked good early doors. It did look good. It looked like it was on its way. Not sure if it caught a finger mark,
which
on
is
the
a
table.
possibility, especially with the tables being so icy.
Either way, she could have done without it. 4-1 down, I believe the score is, and giving your opponent ball in hand would not have been the plan of attack, I'm sure. That said, Meg hasn't played the best opening shot. Don't think she's on this one to the middle. So nothing really to go at.
And the reds are now looking a little bit better than it was a minute ago. So she's put herself under a bit of pressure here in this frame. Needs to find a shot.
Touching ball on the yellow, so no foul there. Could just hear the referee in the background, or the timer in the background, just counting Megan down. Used every last second.
Yep.
Needs good cueing.
And I think she'd be happy with this, because a couple of shots ago, she was to have this shot now, I think she would have took it.
Yeah, just float this in nice. Keep the head still. Did keep the head still. Cued it very well indeed. Deserves to drop, not quite. Oh, it's just agonising for her at the moment. And just the way the game's gone, you just feel like Megan's going to attack these and get them.
I thought she nailed it. I thought she nailed it.
So did I. Did everything right on the shot. That's not good. Maybe tempted by the cutback. Got the red over the left corner, so doesn't have to worry about the cue ball. Other alternative is a yellow over the left middle, nice and easy. A little bit pacey.
It's got to pull. It's got to pull up.
It's okay. Hasn't got full control of the white at the moment though, has Megan.
And I think she would have liked an angle there. Middle bag, come off the bottom cushion and get in behind this yellow.
Loss of turn incoming. Excellent. Excellent shot. Are we going to see the use of the jaws? It's something that these players at this level try and avoid, because on this Ultimate Pool Master and Apollo tables, it's not like the Supremes. This is a very difficult shot. Very, very good.
Nailed it.
Very good. Is she going to get in behind the red?
Oh, wow.
Oh,
wow.
My. You know what? She deserves a little bit, doesn't she, right?
Took the words out of my own mouth. That's, I think it's balanced the books a little bit.
Can't begrudge her a little bit of rub. Sophie Gibbs-Nichols hasn't done a lot wrong. An argument for not being 3 behind would be very valid. However...
That's another good shot.
Wow. She might be able to see an edge here. Sort of a very thin safety shot you'd see at snooker. But these jaws are massive if you get it wrong. So no shame in just playing this off one cushion.
And yep, that's what she's chosen.
But she's going to be moving this yellow, you feel. And has done. She covered the pocket. Very good, very good. I mean, the finish is there, Ryan, but could she do much more than that?
No, definitely not. And she's if she is going to get another chance, it's because that red's just landed there.
So, one good shot. Could have done a little bit more angle. This is a stun. Stun round off 2 cushions I kind of like. The black is playing big, but if she plays it confident, I think she'll be okay.
Yeah, I think she can widen the angle here. Play it at the right pace, centre the white ball, and just widen the angle a little bit. Let the cue ball come down the left-hand side of the table.
You can attack this shot, can't you? Doesn't want to dig too much into it. Doesn't want to head over to the right-hand side of the table. Yeah, just 2 cushions and come down nicely. Now, can she play the bottom of these 2 yellows and hold?
It's one of them shots as well. You've got to play it at a pace that you prefer not to play them at that pace. I think that's why she's opted for the other, and that's a great shot. One good shot now then. Commit to this. Get you the white ball, middle of the table.
I mean, it's a very confident strike on the last one, but does need another one here. Used all the pocket, but I think she's going to be perfect on the 8. This is going to be 5-1. This is a significant advantage in a race to 7, to say the very least.
Yeah, and I mean, the confidence must be right up there now.
Flick it in with a bit of side. Well,
that
used all the pocket. Was it? Wipe your feet before you come in, Ryan.
Yeah.
It doesn't change things though. It's 5-1 in this race to 7. Girls having a little bit of a chat. Back in a couple of seconds.
Give it a quick rebrush if you want and a re-iron. Yeah? Mid-match, flat roll off. Did you see it?